remember one specific time we went up to this person and we were talking and it just like didn't go well, and she just like turned around and like just walked away and just started crying, and she was like, I can't do this, like I can't do this. And me not knowing like what was going on. Yeah, she was talking to a therapist, like the therapist that was there like over the phone like once a week. But I was kind of confused of what depression was, what anxiety was, what these things were, because I've never seen it happen in my life.
If you go days at a time and never have a positive interaction with another human being, like, it's profoundly demoralizing, and it really takes a toll on you. When you can put your whole heart and soul into something and not get any success, to the point that literally nobody talks to you and you don't have a lesson for weeks at a time, it's a very different feeling that none of us knew how to cope with. And I feel like that was really hard for a lot of us. I mean, it was really good. It was something that we obviously had to learn, but it was a very different experience than any of us had ever had before. A lot of people hated us. You never went a day walking around the streets without getting yelled at, without getting, hey America, go home.
There's no question that anxiety and depression are very common in the general population, and as a physician I had many patients and loved them, treated them for anxiety and depression. The one thing you need to understand is that anxiety and depression go hand in hand. 70% of people who are depressed, 100% have anxiety. It's the reverse. People that have anxiety have depression. Depression oftentimes occurs in people that everything's going just perfect, and all of a sudden they realize that the color has gone out of life. There's no more joy or happiness or anything that they find pleasure in. And when that occurs, then medications oftentimes can replace that chemical that's deficient and help them find their way back to a more normal life.
The first couple weeks were fine with her. Like, we did the work, we progressed, we're continually like, we're doing really well, and progressively, like, she became sad. Just kind of started like crying, and I kind of like out of confusion, like I didn't know what was going on. I was like, is something wrong? Like, I want to help you. Like, let's solve this. Like, and so we would talk about it, and then she would still be like, I don't know what I'm feeling. I just feel like disconnected or something.
And once you recognize it and give it a name, and if you've got some of the psychological counseling which was offered on the mission, you have skills to cope with it. That's a big thing. Just giving it a name, knowing what's happening to yourself, trying to see the bigger picture, doing the things you can do to cope with it on your own without medication, then realizing sometimes that you need a little more than that, and maybe you need an antidepressant. Maybe you just need a little bit of an antidepressant, anti-anxiety. Sometimes it isn't very much. But I think just being able to recognize it in yourself and give it a name, the rest of your life, you've learned those skills to cope with it. I think you come out way ahead.